Welcome back to our video production course. And in this lesson, we're going to look at how to create the graphics and visual elements in your video. You remember that in the previous lesson, if you've not taken the previous lesson, please go take it before you continue with this. In the previous lesson, we mentioned the fact that video is essentially a combination of sound and visuals. Okay, so audio file and then graphics or images, visual files. That's why it's called audio visual, so you are combining audio with visual. So we have created our audio file, we've edited our audio file. Now we want to look at the visuals, okay? But before then, why is video very important? As far back as 2016, Google did a study where they found out that 6 out of 10 people would rather watch online videos than television. That's probably true about you, or at least about people that you know. And that's as far back as 2016. So can you imagine the number now? Okay, so video is very important and it's a powerful way to reach people. And it is not until you have powerful cameras and all of that before you can create useful videos. HubSpot also did the research in 2020 and they found that 85% of consumers want to see more video content from brands. So this is a very simple way. This course that you are taking will show you a very simple way to create videos for various kinds of purposes, for your audience, for your clients, for the consumers that you are producing your resources for. You can use this method to create tutorials and online courses. You can use it to create documentaries, podcasts, like we're going to be doing shortly. Podcast is a podcast. A podcast is a podcast in video format. Okay, video podcasts are called podcast. You can use it for marketing videos and even for explainer videos. It depends on how you want to go about it. People have taken this, the past editions of this same course, okay, and they have done a lot of amazing things. It's just about your creativity and how far you want to go. Okay, so let us demonstrate the process now if you are ready for that. So we're going to be demonstrating the process with the production of a podcast or a video podcast, Faith Capsules. Okay, so what we have done is that we have a PowerPoint presentation that we have already prepared, which is what you are seeing now on the screen. Okay, so we do that every week. Okay, so can you see this is for April 18, 2022, and it is here already. Now, if you are going to be working on Faith Capsules, the first thing you are going to need to do, or maybe a similar project like this that is dated, the first thing you want to do is to save a copy. Okay, save a copy of the file you are working with, save a copy. Let's say you are working on the edition for April 25, because it's weekly. Let's say you are working on the edition for April 25, save a copy, okay, as April 25. That's the first thing you should do. Okay, then change the date so that you don't make a mistake. Okay, change the date from April 18 here, just change it to April 25. Okay, because that's what you are working on. You are working on the edition for April 25. Okay, April 25. Then you do that for all of the slides. But for me, I just do whatever works for you, but ensure that you follow the standard operating procedures and you get the desired outcome. That's what is important. So for me, I just do like for the first 3, then I delete the other slides. Okay, so that I don't have to edit dates for everything. I delete the other slides, except for the last one, which usually most of the time is the same for all of the episodes. So now I have the dates that I want for everything, April 25. So what I now do is that I prepare my slides and I can now duplicate. I can easily duplicate. I just right click on any slide. I right click on any slide and I duplicate. Do you understand? I duplicate, then I change the content. Do you get it? Now, but in this case, that's not what I'm doing. I just want to demonstrate the process to you, and please pay attention. You are going to understand. So let me open the file we're working with back. So I'm going to open the file for April 18. That's the file we're working with. Now look at this. How did we get all of this? We have an audio file, remember, which we have edited. Now that audio file was produced from a script. Okay, so and that is actually the ideal way to do these things. You want to record an audio, you should have a script. Okay, then you record your audio from the script and you can now produce visuals that you are going to use to create the video. You can create your visuals in a lot of ways. You can use Canva, you can use whatever works for you. Okay, but we have found that PowerPoint makes things a lot easier for us. So we've created the PowerPoint template and we just change the content. So I'm going to open the script for you now for this particular edition so that you understand what we're doing, especially for those that will be working on similar projects or this particular project. Okay, so on my screen now, you are going to find this script. Okay, so can you see Faith Capsules April 18? So this is the script. Now look at this now. It starts by saying, the audio starts by saying, it's Easter Monday today and an exciting time. But when you look at the script doesn't necessarily start with this. So by the time, when you look at the PowerPoint presentation, it doesn't necessarily start with this. It starts with the scriptures. So what happens is that by the time we finish producing the video, let's go back to the PowerPoint. Now, by the time you finish producing the video, now can you see that there's nothing here? So once you start playing the video, you start hearing what the audio is saying, okay? And when it gets to the point of the scripture, today's scripture is, then this will show up. Do you understand? And then as the audio continues again, as you continue playing the video, when it gets to this point again, this will show up. You understand? So Jesus was not found in the tomb because it's not subject to natural laws. If you check the script, you are going to find that there. Okay, you are going to find that there. Okay, can you see? Jesus was not found in the tomb because he's not subject to natural laws. So that's the way it works. So you create punchlines like that, throughout. You use all of those punchlines to create your PowerPoint presentation or whatever presentation you are using. You could use Google Slides, you could use Canva, whatever tool works for you, but just understand the process. And if you are working on this project, you should use the templates provided, you understand. Okay, if you have a better way, we have to agree, you have to, produce that, we review together, then we review with the client, and all of that, and we agree before you use the new templates. These are ways through which you can bake excellence into your work, excellence and professionalism. And like I said, these are some of the things that you should be learning, because if it's just about producing video, you can check videos online, you can check tutorials online and do that. But these details, those are the things that really matter, okay, professionalism. And one other thing is that now we are creating this video now, and once anybody watches these tutorials, the person can produce the same results, you understand? And that is very important. If you are building a company, you should be a clock builder, not a time teller. Okay, I'm not going to go into the details of that, but think about it. You should be a clock builder, not a time teller. You can understand that concept better by reading this book, Built to Last. Yes, Built to Last by Jim Collins, and I forgot his name of the other author, but very popular book. And so that is part of what we are trying to do now. So now anybody can watch this tutorial, take notes, understand it, and then take up this project. So if somebody is not available, it doesn't mean that the project is now stalled. Do you understand? Okay, so these are some of the things you should also be implementing in your own business. Have trainings that empower other people to do what only one person could do before. So now you are replicating that person in a lot of other people. Then have standard operating procedures. Let me show you the standard operating procedure for this. We're still going to get there, but just to show you a few things. Okay. For this particular project, we have a standard operating procedure, which is going to be updated anyway, but it's, even as it is now, it's useful already. But let me just show you. Okay, this is, can you see SOP for Faith Capsules? So I'm going to open it now. So these are some of the things you need to be learning. Can use the standard operating procedures for Faith Capsules production. So there is no way you are going to follow the instructions in the video and also the standard operating procedure without getting the desired results. It may not be perfect, but it's going to be at least over 80%. And then you can now keep improving until you get to the point of perfection. You understand? So can you see audio editing? The steps are already here. The steps are there in the standard operating procedure. Is my laptop hanging? Because it's not responding. Can you see the audio editing part is there? Download the audio files to your laptop, import the file. Can you see? Okay, then the slides preparation, how to prepare the slides, it's there. Okay, the video production, okay, the video editing, and all of these things there, we're going to cover them in the course of the course itself, you understand, okay? So I'm just showing you so that you get what we're doing. Now, you notice that it is not everything that is going to be in the slides, one, then you don't necessarily have to put it word for word sometimes, but it has to make sense. Now look at this, for example, we are empowered to command dead organs, dead businesses, dead marriages to live again, and they will receive new life like Lazarus and leave again. Now, when you go to the script, and let's look for that place. Let me just search for empowered so that I know where that is without saving time. Okay, this is it. Now, can you see in the script, what we have in the script is you and I therefore are therefore empowered to command dead organs. Fine, because this is video and people are listening, you can still post this and it will still make sense. But by the time you are creating the graphics that we go with, because we have graphics separately, we also have a PowerPoint template for that. We're going to get to it. We have a PowerPoint template that we use to create graphics, and you could use any other platform, maybe Canva and all of that. Okay. By the time you are doing that and just have you and I are therefore, something has to be there before you talk about therefore. You understand? People need to know what you are saying before. So if it is individual, it's still okay. You still have this. But if you are creating graphics that you are going to share on social media, and you just, one of them is just you and I are therefore, you're not telling the entire story, and you say you and I are therefore. If I see that now, if somebody just sees that alone without seeing the rest of the graphics, it may not make as much sense. The person will be feeling like, oh, what am I missing? What are you saying before you are now saying therefore? So we just change that to we are empowered to command, because that is meaningful in itself. People will not start feeling that, okay, what were you saying before? If I see a quote like that, it makes sense straight away. Do you understand? So this thing is more than just filling in the blanks or ticking the boxes. You have to be engaged and creative, and your mind has to be working. You understand, actively. You are not just doing it. So let me just do it. Do you understand? Okay, so that will help you know where to make necessary adjustments. So here, instead of saying you and I are therefore empowered, we change to simply we are empowered. It's still the same message, but now it's going to be more meaningful. You understand, to anybody that is reading it alone, without reading it together with everything else in the presentation. So that's it. So you prepare this PowerPoint file. You are going to have all of these templates. So you prepare the PowerPoint file. Okay, so this is what you are going to use. This is what you are going to use for the visuals. Video is audio, visual. We have edited the audio. So this is what we are going to use for the visuals for this particular project. So what we're going to do now is we're going to save it as images. We're going to save the PowerPoint file. So each slide will be saved as an image. So I'll come to File, Save As. I come to File, Save As. So I go to where I want to save it. Okay, I want to save it in slides. Okay, then here, instead of PowerPoint presentation here, I'm going to pick JPEG. So it's going to save those slides into a folder with each file as a single, each file will now be a single, each slide will be a single JPEG file. Okay, so I'm going to save it now. So can you see it's asking me which slides do you want to export? All slides. I want to export all slides, so I'll pick all slides. It's saving. I think my laptop is becoming a bit slow. So everything is now saved. Okay, it's been saved. So you go to that folder now. If I go to that folder now, you are going to find it. You are going to find the slides. You'll find a folder, and inside that folder, you are going to find the slides. Okay, let me go to, slides. Okay, this is the folder. Then I did not intend to do this. I did not intend to create a shortcut. Let me delete the shortcut. So I'll just go to date modified again, and then, okay, so this is it. Can you see Faith Capsule slides April 18? So by the time you open this, you are going to find that each of the slides has been saved as an image. Can you see? So we had a presentation with 14 slides, and now there are 14 images. Okay, so we have created our visuals for this project. So what is left now is to combine the visuals, okay, to combine the visuals with the, what's it called now? To combine the visuals with the audio to create our video. But I just want to do a slideshow of this so that you can see it the way the video will play. Okay, I'm going to do a slideshow and share the slideshow. Now, so this is how the video will play. It's just that now you know the audio is not there, but this is how it will look like. Okay, the person is speaking, we are hearing the voice, and then like this. Okay, so when we get to the next one, you will see it, like that. So that is how the video will play. You understand? You will see the finished product, and then you are going to understand it even better. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this particular lesson. Okay, so if you have questions, feel free to reach out. Bye for now. Remember to join us in the next lesson, please, because we're not done.